Hello, and welcome to your mom's favorite channel. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make vetkoek. Now, a vetkoek in and by itself is very simple. It's pretty much just deep fried dough, but it's so versatile. So today I'll show you how to make it two different ways, from scratch and the easy lazy way. And I'll also show you different ways on how you can use the vetkoek. So first off, we'll be making it from scratch, the traditional way. So the first thing you'll need is cake flour. And then we'll also be using some instant yeast. You can use normal bread flour, but then you might as well just go to the shop and buy some pre-made bread dough. And that way you can pretty much start making your vetkoek immediately. But there is some differences between the two, but we'll get back to that. So, making this from scratch. In a mixing bowl, you'll need to add your flour. I'll be measuring everything out for you. So 500 grams of cake flour, half a packet of instant yeast, about 5 grams or so, 15 grams of any sugar, about a tablespoon, and 5 grams of normal table salt, and 300 to 350 grams or milliliters of lukewarm water. And then just mix and knead everything together till you get a nice dough ball. Feel free to use a stand mixer if you have one. Nori says thank you for the picture. She loves it. So just knead everything together until you have a nice smooth, supple dough ball. Throw it into a container that you can cover and let it proof for about 60 to 90 minutes. After 60 minutes or so, or after it's doubled in size, it's ready to be turned into some vetkoeken. But before we start shaping the dough, we need to start heating up our oil. On high heat in a deep pot, add enough oil to cover the bottom so that it's about 5 centimeters deep. Generously dust your work surface with some flour, turn the dough out. We'll be rolling this flat, so you'll need a rolling pin or something similar like a bottle. Form the dough into a neat ball. Dust it with some flour, don't forget to dust your rolling pin, and then just roll the dough out to about 2 centimeters in thickness. And to make things quick and easy, use a large cookie cutter, cut out as many rounds as you can get out of the dough. You could also divide the dough into pieces and just roll it out into little balls, and that's what I'll do with these off-cut pieces. And once you have your little dough balls, you can roll them out with a rolling pin, or you can just press them flat with your hand. And you can follow the exact same process with your store-bought dough as well. I'll just be using a little piece of the store-bought dough. I'm not the biggest fan of the texture, but I'll get back to that later. And once you are done shaping the dough, your oil should just about be ready. We are going to be frying this at 160 degrees Celsius. Carefully add the dough into the oil. Be careful not to splash everywhere, and try not to overcrowd the pot. This should cook for about 3 to 4 minutes per side, or until they turn nice golden brown. Once they've cooked thoroughly on both sides, you can just remove them. Place them on a kitchen towel just to remove the excess oil. You'll notice that the dough pretty much puffs up immediately when adding it to the oil. Sometimes they'll flip themselves, but just try to keep tabs on the cooking time. The reason we are frying these at a slightly lower temperature is to ensure that the interior gets cooked thoroughly without overcooking the exterior. These are the ones made from the store-bought bread dough, and these did fry up a little bit differently. They didn't brown as deeply as the other ones, but they still came out alright. So here's a short, useless montage just to show off this new knife that I got. I personally think this knife looks pretty insane. It's got a Damascus blade and a nice natural finish wood handle. I just thought it's about time that I get a new knife, and it looks nice, so that's a bonus. And here's our vetkoek. So as you can see, there is a bit of a difference. These are the ones made from the store-bought bread dough, and these are the ones made from scratch with the cake flour. Besides the color, the biggest difference is the texture on the inside. The cake flour ones are a bit softer and more fluffy, whereas the ones with the bread flour ends up being more bready and chewy, and that's because the flours have different amounts of gluten in them. And you could also cut these open like pita bread and just hollow them out and shove stuff in there, like a real vetkoek. Alright, so our vetkoek is ready, so let's eat. So the most common way people will eat vetkoek is with curry mince. Just cut that fucker open, shove some curry in there, and bam! You've got yourself some fucking good comfort food. And please experiment with different fillings. This works great with a lot of things. You can also tear it apart and dip it into curries, stews, or soups. Or if you're feeling a little adventurous, you should also try a Vetkoek burger. But if that's not enough, a Vetkoek fucking hot dog. The Vetkoek actually works pretty well as a bun, and it's way more filling. I mean, just ask Nori, she'll tell you. Okay, Nori, I get it. So I think it's safe to say that you like it. Thank you. This is probably one of my favorite ways to use a Vetkoek. Just a nice warm Vetkoek with some vegan butter or margarine and some golden syrup. Look, I know this is probably not the healthiest thing to eat, but I promise you, it's probably one of the best things to eat. So please try this and let me know what you think of the Vetkoek. So if you like this recipe, please subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, leave me a hashtag #YourMasterVetkoek in the comments, and as always, see you in the next one. Peace.